Hey everybody, Monday, February 5th, eventful day, I should say. All right, let's talk about what happened in the market today. The Dow closed down in its largest point loss ever in history, 1,100 and some odd points down. We were down as much as 1,600. At one point, I thought the circuit breakers might kick in. The level 1 circuit breaker is when the S&P is down 7%. I think we got down close to 6% or something like that. So, a couple of things here. Number one, if you have been following my videos for any length of time, you know that throughout this long rally since Trump got elected, which I predicted, okay, I was bullish going into the election, and I said if Trump wins, it would be very bullish, and then it took off. But then I was saying, it got very, very overdone. And I was citing statistics to you talking about the fact that it has been at least 25 years since the three major averages, the Dow, the S&P, and the NASDAQ, have not had at least a 5% correction. Well, that statistic is now fulfilled today. We had a 5% correction. Okay, the question is, does it go further from here? But before I get into that, I want to mention that today was a very gratifying day, mostly for me. I had a lot of subscribers who sent me emails saying, Mike, thanks to you and your teachings, I no longer get scared and frightened when the market falls. I look for opportunities. I am very calm. I am very much in control of my emotions. I have perspective about this whole thing. That is fantastic. I also had some guys who sent me emails saying, Mike, I've basically been short the market since, we started to turn bearish in late 2016 and through 2017 on this idea that the thing was totally stretched. They said I stayed strong with a strong mental game. I added prudently to that position recently when it got very, very stretched. And today, those people, those guys, closed out with even a slight profit. That is wonderful. That is magnificent mental game, excellent, and it shows that really the only element in this whole activity of investing and trading is time. We understand that. Most people do not understand that. Time is something you have almost unlimited amounts of. You do not have unlimited amounts of money. I don't care if you're even Jeff Bezos. You do not have unlimited amounts of capital, of money. Time we have, okay? And many of you, nearly all of you, with the exception of my people, my SEAL Team 6 people, the rest of you, all right, you literally discard the one element that gives you ultimate control over your future, ultimate control over your destiny when it comes to the market and investing and trading, and that is time. You give it up, you throw it away, you ignore it. And that is why all of you lose, okay? And that's why all of you are so nervous and scared, and that's why you look at charts thinking that the breaking of some line is meaningful. You want to ascribe some meaning on something that is meaningless because you're grasping out there. When we know that we have the ultimate weapon when it comes to battling the markets, and that is time. That is on our side. Okay, so that was proven today. Now, unfortunately, I had a few people who said, why didn't I do this? Why didn't I go short? Why didn't you tell me to go short? First of all, I did. All right, last week I sent out even another email to my subscribers saying, hey, this thing looks like it's got some downside. You might want to buy some protection, SDS, something like that. Many of you did. But the ones who didn't, and are beating themselves up right now. Beating themselves up, saying, I am so angry with myself for not to. My advice to you, and I'm talking even to some subscribers that I have, is you should quit the game right now. Beating yourself up for not knowing the future, exactly what is going to happen, is the dumbest thing in the whole entire world. You understand? Beating yourself up shows that you have zero mental game, shows that you have zero patience, shows that you completely and fundamentally lack an understanding that whatever opportunity is missed today, there will be an opportunity tomorrow or the next day or the next week. Beating yourself up for an unknown is the dumbest thing in the world. And it shows that your mental game is zero. And if I was you, you should quit right now, because you will be suffering a lot of anguish and most likely a lot of losses. All right. That's just, that's tough love. You need it. You need it. I had one guy last week, and, I screamed at him, and you know what he said? He said, Mike, thank you. Thank you. You have helped me. Nobody ever spoke to me like that before. You turned around my mental state. Thank you for that tough love. That's what a lot of you need. So I am working on the new issue of MMT Trader. It's going to be an interesting issue. I mean, I have to talk about what's going on, although I probably sent out 20, 25 emails today on as the market was crashing, things we should do, things we should not do, answering questions, calming people down. I sent out one chart that everybody who wants to be involved in the stock market or as an investor should look at, and that is a chart of the GDP per capita of the United States going back to 1789, the birth of the Republic. And it's basically a line that goes from the bottom left to the upper right. It's almost like linear, straight up. I mean, you have to look for the years that encompass the Great Depression on there. And that's because the stock market is nothing more than a growth function. I've said this in the past. It reflects the growth of income, the growth of profits, the desire of people to do better in their lives, generation after generation, the growth of society, the growth of population, the growth of innovation, technology, and all those good things. If you plot any growth function, I don't care what it is, it doesn't have to be the stock market, you can plot the growth function of cells dividing or whatever. It all looks the same. All right, it goes from the lower left to the upper right. It's a growth function. So right there, it's mathematical. All right, it's a function of just the nature of the universe. The universe is in expansion. So you don't have to worry. And if you worry, and if you cannot control that emotion of worry, then get out. Get out of the game. Save yourself misery and anguish and money and resources. Maybe save your life. Families get broken up, marriages get broken up, people commit suicide over the anguish they feel in the stock market. If you cannot control your emotion, then it potentially could be much worse for you than simply losing money. You could die. You could lose everything that is dear to you because you cannot control your emotions. So I say, to help you right now, I say get out. Get out and forget about the stock market for the rest of your life, or forget about trading for the rest of your life. It is going to kill you or nearly kill you. You must control yourself. If you can't, get out. All right, everybody. On that note, I'll see everybody tomorrow. And if you want to get the new edition of MMT Trader, go to my website, pitbulleconomics.com, and sign up for a 30-day free trial. You will get it. It is coming out later tonight. Bye-bye.